All right, welcome back to the start of part three on our gun dog DIY gun dog training, featuring Aries here, who's hopefully this is the beginning of a long and productive career for Aries. You can see Aries is a young, energetic dog and kind of a wild Indian at this point. Which let's see, at this point technically he's about 8 months old, and we're getting through his training. He's continuing to grow and develop physically, but also make progress in his training. Now, big part of the reason why Aries is so pumped up today is we are going to step up the game, and in part three we are really building on what we have learned in part two, where we introduced birds, and we talked a little bit about introducing obedience. And what we're going to do today is, now that we have a dog that is both has some experience with small teal, and he is also physically larger, we can go ahead and introduce a full-size mallard duck. Now, for dog training, mallards are the go-to bird for a variety of reasons. They're large, they are durable, they are also the most popular waterfowl, and so your dog is very likely to see these. Again, we encourage the use of actual ducks, because if a dog is going to pick up ducks, they will pick up about anything. So this particular mallard has been dead for actually a few years, and we threw it in the freezer and got him out to thaw, and to use for training for a while. So make sure if you are doing this, if you're saving birds that are wild harvested, that you do not violate any game laws. Just make sure that you're being smart about it, and know what the rules are. Also, mallards are commercially farmed, so you can very frequently find bird growers who are farming mallards. So they're available. So using a mallard is going to be a major part of Aries training. And so, of course, he's out of his mind excited, because I'm standing here talking to the camera and he wants me to throw the duck. Also, you might notice that it's winter. We got some snow and ice on the ground, and dogs love snow. So he's pretty pumped up, anyways. And this is good. This is what we want. We want to see this level of excitement. We can always instill control, and we'll work on how we add that control in here. But we want them to be excited. So if your dog is not excited about the duck, um, we need to do some stuff to tease it out of them. Now, Aries here is like, I'm having to play Toro, here, like he's the charging bull here, because he is all pumped up about getting the bird. Remember, we start with bird introduction early as you can, real birds, because we want them to be excited about the actual bird, not just bumpers and toys are great. We need to use bumpers, and we'll talk about that later. But we also want to make sure that they're excited about real birds. So once we got the dog excited, of course, what we need to do is we need to chuck it for him. So we're going to start fun, no restraint. Just go get the duck. Whee! Fun stuff. Attaboy. Attaboy. Okay, and so what I'm looking for is, does he go get the bird? Does he come straight back to me? Remember, we're using kind of the same straightaway that we did earlier. I want to see the dog grab the bird in the middle, in the breast. That's what we're looking for. 98% of dogs will do that on their own after they've had a few reps. Um, they will do that, because it's a convenient, balanced way. The breastbone is a good way to hold the weight of the bird. So once we've got him pumped up about it, okay, now we're going to add a little bit of restraint. All right, so we're going to give the bird a toss, and we're going to make him settle down before we send him. Easy there, big guy. Good. Okay. Aries. So we want to start to think about adding some control. That is going to be a major theme of this section, is trying to add some control to your dog. Now, one of the tricks that I want to show, I'll show you on this rep, is one of the common questions we have is, what happens if my dog goes to get the bird and doesn't drop it, like if they've got a death grip? I'm going to show you a trick. Sit. Sit. Good. Aries. Okay, so if your dog will not let go, what you do is you're going to put one hand on the duck. Good boy. And he's kind of playing a little bit of keep away here with me. He wants it. You know, he's not excited about giving it up. That's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand on his flank right here and lift up on his flank, and the dog will almost virtually always will turn its head and look to see what that is. It is not painful. It is not pressure. It's just a weird sensation to help them change their focus, so they're not locked in with that death grip. So that little pull on the side is great if you've got a dog that's really got a death grip on the duck. But getting your dog started on mallards is a critical part of getting your future gun dog training going.